Today, we will talk about XLM and SHX one more time related to their highly probable involvement in the payments infrastructure for X Payments, which has been rebranded to Xmoney. Specifically on the interconnections in between Plaid and Stripe. Stronghold's connection into the Nacha Payments Innovation Alliance is extremely important here because Plaid is also involved in that. Stronghold is also interoperable with the Stellar network, the XRPL, and the ACH Payments network. Once again, Ripple, Stellar, and Stronghold are all products of the PayPal mafia that all started with X.com, which is finally coming into fruition because of X Payments. I have already put out 2 videos on this topic, concentrating on how Stellar and their payment processing partners are perfectly positioned to integrate into Xmoney because of all of the PayPal mafia connections, particularly because of Stripe. Stronghold will probably be involved because of Plaid in order to facilitate ACH transactions into the Xmoney wallet. The thing that really has convinced me that Stellar and Stronghold are going to be involved here is because of this posting about a payments and monetization engineer for the upcoming payment functionality on X. The things that really stand out are that it directly calls out the integrations with Stripe and Plaid, and it is even requiring experience with integrating third-party payment providers, once again directly calling out Stripe and Plaid. As far as the technical things go, I can't speak on that too much, but I will talk about it here in a little bit. The key thing is that they are trying to find experience with RESTful APIs. Stripe and Stellar have recently been rolling out a lot of integrations, and the interconnecting history in between Stripe and Stellar directly goes all of the way back into 2014. One of the other extremely interesting points here can be conveyed by checking out who the Nacha preferred partners are. And it just so happens Plaid, Stripe, and Stronghold are all called out as preferred partners. Stronghold is also the only crypto company directly called out. Here we see the page on Stripe, Plaid, and Stronghold, specifically referencing their concentration on developer APIs. Here I will talk on what an API actually is and why it is incredibly important. In short, an API is a programming interface that is able to connect protocols and networks so that you don't have to custom code an entirely new application every time that you want to connect into things.
Now, an API is a set of tools, protocols, and procedures that allow you to write software. A lot of people like to refer to an API as the glue between a front end and a back end. If you have something like a front end, so maybe the front end of your website, it may call an API or use an API to fetch some specific data or do some other type of operation. So APIs are very useful, and there is many different types of APIs that exist.
Oh, I came across this the other day talking about Stellar and its APIs, which is in this article here, talking about the top 10 Stellar APIs available. And if you scroll down and you go to QuickNode, it talks about Stellar REST API, which, if you recall, was one of the things called out in the job posting on X that was also talking about Stripe and Plaid. QuickNode is able to provide access to the global network in order to route API requests to the closest available location. It is also referred to as a part of Horizon, which is the key into being able to interact with the Stellar network itself. Stronghold directly calls it out as well. Stronghold Payments talks about the REST API too. And they also have an old article from 2018 that is concentrating on their own concentration on APIs to create a digital wallet in every pocket, which also sounds a lot like what they are trying to create at X.